Alright, today's video, changing a wheel bearing on a 03 Jetta Wolfsburg edition, because you can see the bolts are all tight. You can probably see that rotor is moving with it, so that wheel bearing is toast. And my buddy came and brought it to me yesterday for the noise, and I checked it and it was a wheel bearing because it was super hard to spin. And then just one day later, luckily he bought it today, the new wheel bearing, because he was driving around with a hazard right there that could have risked having the wheel fall off. So luckily he bought it today. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take all this stuff off to get to the wheel bearing, and then I'll show you what's next.
So it'll be like it's against a lot of work on the street, or even do oil changes in your driveway. That's what I would do next, VR6 turbo.
Okay, now with the wheel off and the brake caliper out of the way, you can pull the rotor out without taking the caliper mount. Anyways, you can see, yeah, it's not supposed to do that. So luckily we caught it in time, and we're gonna replace it. And you can see trying to spin it. I mean, I have no leverage compared to like when the wheel is on, but that should spin freely. So now we're gonna go ahead and take off the nut that holds it on. Should have been in the forced induction.
Dude, look at that shit.
Oh wow, that's not good.
Look at all that.
And yeah, you can see all that material. That is not good. So that means, like I read on the forums, we're gonna take this hub off, but the inner race of that bearing is probably gonna be seized on that on the spindle. So we're gonna see how fun that is. I wonder if that's discoloration from the heat. Oh no, that's just dust. A lot of metal right there though. Okay, it's a 30mm 12 point. I have an impact, so if you have an impact, good for you. And if not, you're gonna need a breaker bar, a big breaker bar. So use what you got. Okay, now we're gonna use our 3-jaw puller and try to pull it out.
Did it? No.
This part. So there you go. There's most of the bearings. We're gonna see if we can find the last one, and then you're gonna have to bring this little race out, the inner race. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Fucking spindle runs.
So, as I was waiting for my buddy to get a car so we could take it to machine shop, I was just fucking around and I hit it with a punch because it has all these little grooves. I was able to get a good angle, a good side angle, I mean, more or less, compared to like if it was like this. And I was able to get a lip on it. So, I think we'll be able to do it here at the house anyways, or after all. And there you go. It wasn't as tough as I thought it would be. That's why I was getting ready to take this to a machine shop. But as my friend, like I said, as he went to go get the car, just put a couple hits on this with a punch, and she actually came out pretty easy. Might not be this easy for you East Coast guys, because it might actually be rusted, so hopefully yours works out better, as good as I did, or as good as it was for me. Everyone else, yeah, just get a punch and a mallet and just work it out slowly on all the sides. I mean, other than the bottom, because I'm not going to spin this over and over. But yeah, cut it out. I'm going to clean it up and get ready to put the new one on. So now we're going to go ahead and put our axle stub back on with the heat shield. Okay, now with my torque wrench, I'm just going off the forums. If you want to be even more secure, I would call your local dealer, or if you have a manual, a Haynes manual or something, go by that. But I'm just going off of the forums, and they're saying axle studs are 44 torque foot-pounds. Now we go ahead and put the bearing on. I already cleaned this off, so there's no residue of dirt or anything like that. Want to make sure the inside race is clear of dirt also. And now with that all the way seated, we're going to go ahead and put the torque, which, like I said on the forums, is what I'm getting my info from. It's going to be 129 foot-pounds. And already that is a million times better than what the start of the video was. You couldn't even do this by hand before, so that looks a lot better. And now I'll just do a time lapse of putting everything back on: rotor, brake pads, caliper, and the wheel. Okay, now with the wheel torqued on, you can see it spins freely, and there is no play like before. So there you go. If you need a change a rear wheel bearing on a Jetta, hopefully this video helps you, and hopefully it goes as easy as this for you guys. Like I said, my East Coast guys, I'm gonna feel bad for you guys. There it is. Y'all have a good one.